It's for three. You betcha.
The pass to Miller outside three. Good.
Big block by Olsen.
Fryer in the paint. Now to Holzer. Left corner three. Bang! Bang! Oh!
Ulster Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And a good Friday night here on the stations of Homegrown Local Radio. We are live on the Gobbler, KKIN, AM 930, FM Translator 103.1. And for those also tuning into the video stream at yourliveevent.com. And that's right, we are on yourliveevent.com as well as the radio as well. Had a couple technical difficulties last day and a half to get internet at the Aitkin station. So we were planning on just doing a video broadcast only for high school boys basketball tonight here on the Gobbler as well as yourliveevent.com, but strictly just yourliveevent.com. But luckily enough, about half an hour ago, the internet decided to kick back on, and here we are, boys high school basketball. It's been almost a 2-week stretch since we've done a Your Live Event broadcast here for Aitkin Gobbler Sports, and the Gobbler boys basketball team back at home taking on the Park Rapids Panthers here tonight. And join alongside with Paul Vold here from the Cup Foods Brainerd Baxter radio booth. Jeremy Jansen joins us as well. And it's been a real good stretch here for the Gobblers. Unfortunately, the wins on the other side have not come quite yet, Jeremy.
No, but, they got things going in Wadena the other night, played a nice game.
Yeah.
Not a full game that they'd like to see, but the best game they played all season was in Crosby the other night. And if they play like that the rest of the way, they're going to find themselves on the winning side in a lot of games here. And so if they can continue to play defense like that, that was some kind of special.
Yeah, that game on Tuesday, an overtime loss to Crosby Ironton, 58-55 is a close first and second half, and obviously it went all the way to overtime. Something about those two teams coming together, and no matter what sport, you usually see the best out of each other, and, well, that game as well was no difference either.
Yeah, and we walked down to there as parents and fans saying, man, we probably should have gotten that one. It was a game that you felt you were kind of in control of, and you lost, felt snake bitten. And Crosby would have said the same thing. If they had lost that game, they'd have walked down saying that is probably one we should have got.
Yep.
And so it was a well-played game by both teams, great officiated, and just a fun basketball atmosphere, and hopefully the boys bring it tonight.
Look forward to tonight's matchup with the Park Rapids Panthers entering with a 7-3 record on the season, 4-2 at home, but 3-1 on the road as well. They're coming off a stretch where they've won 5 of their first 6 games open up this season, then dropped a pair to Thief River Falls and Barnesville, but also have rebounded as of late with wins over Monaga and Staples Motley. And again, that win over Staples Motley, 66-48 on Tuesday, where they did play. Again, they were up early in the first half. Nick Michelson, 26 points, 13 points from Logan Jackson, Isaiah Olson as well. Did finish with 12 points in that win for Staples Motley, but giving the old eyeball test too right now, seeing a little bit more height to the size of Park Rapids here this evening.
For sure, but when you play team defense and you play position basketball, the one spot you'll see it is on the boards. But even so, if you do a good job of boxing out and working the body, height you could take away that height, make it an equal playing field.
We look forward to it again here on the pregame show with the Aitkin Gobblers taking on the Park Rapids area Panthers. We'll step aside here for a break. Of course, we've got a conversation with the Park Rapids coach, Coach Josh Meter. Always a great chat, too, as well, in the games that we cover for Park Rapids against some of our area teams. We'll talk with him a little bit later on. Of course, we get a look here at our out-of-town scoreboard as well. Had a couple of changes as of late with our broadcast schedule due to extenuating circumstances, but we're here on the Gobbler as well as yourliveevent.com as well. The Aitkin Gobblers taking on Park Rapids. We'll be back here right after this break here on Homegrown Local Radio and yourliveevent.com.
At R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, we inspire to provide the best in local sports coverage for our area teams. Listen to our Wake the Lakes morning show for local news, weather, and sports every weekday morning from 6 to 9. If you're enjoying the video coverage of the Aitkin Gobblers, thank the sponsoring businesses UC Advertising. They make it possible. If you're a business owner and want to reach our viewers and listeners, go to yourliveevent.com and click Advertise to get in contact. That's yourliveevent.com.
Aitkin Health Services is hiring additional nurses and CNAs. All new hires will receive a $4.75 per hour wage in addition to and above regular pay scale. Contact Aitkin Health Services to inquire on these positions or visit sfhs.hcshiring.com. St. Francis Health Services and Affiliates is an equal opportunity employer.
It's been a family tradition since 1938, purchasing a new Ford or pre-owned vehicle at Aitkin Motors. Another tradition that Aitkin Motors is proud of is supporting extracurricular activities for area students. Need an oil change or vehicle repair? Schedule an appointment with the Aitkin Motors Service Department. Tires? Check out the low price tire guarantee. Aitkin Motors, family owned and operated, serving the area for over 84 years. For hours, appointments, and vehicle inventory, visit AitkinMotorsCO.com.
Welcome. Developing high expectations and achievement in a safe learning environment. We are ISD1.
Welcome back here to the pregame show here on the Gobbler, KKIN AM 930, FM 103.1. Also tuning in to the video stream at yourliveevent.com. Paul Vold joined alongside Jeremy Jansen. Before we get talking more about this matchup tonight with your Aitkin Gobblers taking on the Park Rapids area Panthers. Broadcast scheduled tonight. Again, a couple of changes as of late, but we are making it a go. Originally scheduled to be on Skeeter 101.5, Pequot Lakes boys basketball against number 14 ranked Crosby Ironton. That game is over on Talk 100 KLKS, while we also have Proctor at Pillager and boys high school basketball on Cash 95.9 and also at rjbroadcasting.com. So we got a busy weekend in store here, including of which right here from Aitkin High School coming up tomorrow on yourliveevent.com. We'll have the Mid-State Conference dance competition for Jazz and for Kick as well. We'll have full coverage of the four teams that will be vying for our conference championship right here from Aitkin High School. Starting about 12 o'clock, we'll get started with our pre-dance, pre-game show, I guess you want to call it, pre-meet show coming up about 11:40 tomorrow afternoon here on yourliveevent.com. But talking more about this matchup here with the Park Rapids area Panthers, 7-3 on the season. And, also talking about with the Aitkin Gobblers, 3-7 on the season. But I feel like those numbers don't really reflect, especially as of late for Aitkin, too. We were here for the holiday tournament. That was one of the last big games that we saw, last few stretch for the Gobblers, too, Jeremy. And you've seen them more than I have this season with the fact that, especially against Wadena Deer Creek, and that Crosby Ironton game, this team seems to be coming together at the right time too.
For sure, the game that really opened up their eyes was that Pillager game. They didn't play very well. They probably had more turnovers than they did shot attempts, and so it was a good game. And then they reset for Wadena, played a good Crosby game, and I look forward to the same tonight. They're really committed. They've gotten together, watching film together, and doing the little things to make a basketball team better. So it should be a good test here, though.
Yeah.
Park Rapids is a good basketball team.
And it really seems to. Another big thing, too, tired team, healthy at this point of the season as well. We're now into the late portion of course, January, and then it's going to be February, and then we're going to start talking about the late half of the season, looking towards, section play as well. This team staying together and staying fully healthy is going to be a big part here for this late season run here for the Gobblers.
Yeah, we're not super deep. Probably 7 guys. They're going deep off the bench right now, but as you watch a JV game, there's kids getting more experience and more opportunities, and so. But I think to your point, staying healthy is the key with this group, and if we can, we're going to give ourselves a chance to play with anybody in the section.
Yeah, we have lots still to get to here on the pregame show. Coming up here after a break, we'll check in with our pregame interview with Coach Josh Meter for the Park Rapids Panthers here tonight. And, of course, Coach Scott Stanfield, not pulling any punches. Man's ducking me.
He's ducking you.
But he came over. We talked a little bit, so we got a little something to at least decipher here before we get to the starting lineups and much more here on the pregame show. Take a break. We'll have our conversation. Coach Meter coming up, starting lineups, and much more here on the pregame show on YourLiveEvent.com and on the Gobbler, KKIN, AM 930, FM 103.1, and RJBroadcasting.com.
Schools. Keep informed with district news and information for parents, families, students, and staff with your visit to the Aitkin School website at home.isd1.org. Our mission at Aitkin Schools is to empower students to be lifelong learners and citizens by maximizing community, parent, and staff involvement while developing high expectations and achievement in a safe learning environment. We are ISD1.
At Brandel Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC, their team works together to provide you with the ultimate Buick, GMC, and Chevrolet shopping experience. Browse the lot at BrandelGM.com. They're there to exceed your expectations, deliver the best service possible, and make car shopping fun again. Browse the lot at BrandelGM.com. When looking for your next new or used vehicle, shop Brandel Chevrolet, Buick, GMC in Aitkin. Our reputation rides with you. BrandelGM.com.
At R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, we inspire to provide the best in local sports coverage for our area teams. Listen to our Wake the Lakes morning show for local news, weather, and sports every weekday morning from 6 to 9. If you're enjoying the video coverage of the Aitkin Gobblers, thank the sponsoring businesses UC Advertising. They make it possible. If you're a business owner and want to reach our viewers and listeners, go to YourLiveEvent.com and click Advertise to get in contact. That's YourLiveEvent.com.
Aitkin Health Services is hiring additional nurses and CNAs. All new hires will receive a $4.75 per hour wage in addition to and above regular pay scale. Contact Aitkin Health Services to inquire on these positions or visit sfhs.hcshiring.com. St. Francis Health Services and Affiliates is an equal opportunity employer.
Welcome back to the pregame show here tonight with the Aitkin Gobbler boys basketball team taking on the Park Rapids area on the Gobbler, KKIN, and also for those joining us on the video stream at YourLiveEvent.com. As now we get a chance now to catch up with head coach for the Park Rapids area Panthers. Josh Meter joins us here on the pregame show. Coach, just want to say again, thanks so much for taking time to speak with us before tonight's contest.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It makes me feel big time, like we're not just in high school with interviews.
No,
this every day.
Absolutely. We appreciate any and all comments that we can get here from our coaches that the Gobblers do face. And before we get to the matchup tonight, of course, against the Gobblers, I want to talk a little bit about your team, too, with looking at how the season has gone so far. Most recently, you're able to get a nice win on the road, it looked like, at getting a win against Staples Motley back on Tuesday as well, 66-48. It was a pretty close first half, it looked like, before you're able to get out of town with a victory, too. Tell us a little bit about that contest and some things that worked out well for the Panthers in that win back on Tuesday.
We've just been really focused on playing with our maximum effort this year and having a positive attitude, and that's really what drives us every day in what we do. And I thought every guy who stepped on the floor played all out and played as hard as he could, and I really want to give a shout-out to our guys on the bench and our C and JV guys on the other side of the floor for being super loud and positive and cheering everybody on. I think those were the two big driving forces behind everything that we did Tuesday night. So that was a great job from all the guys C through varsity.
Yeah, it's great to see the entire program come together as well, and especially big games like that your team getting back into the win column as well, especially getting a nice win over Monaga earlier this past week, too. But there was a little stretch there. Of course, you did get off to a good start, winning 5 of your first 6 games, and a couple of losses, Thief River Falls and Barnesville, too. Now into the new year here, have you seen, has there been a lot of development and growth from your team from the start of the year now to this point of the season?
Oh, yeah, every day. We'll focus on getting better every day. And, like I just mentioned about our attitude in Staples, I thought that was the best that we'd had all year from a program perspective. And, the guys are having fun, and that's what it's all about, is the guys having fun and staying together as a team.
Coach, we get a chance here to talk a little bit more about your team as well. Of course, on Tuesday, you had Nick Michelson go off for 26 points. Logan Jackson and Isaiah Olson also chipped in double-digit points as well. Those 3 players right there obviously leading the way in the scoring, but who are a couple other players that have been contributing throughout the year here for the Panthers?
I would big shout-out to Zach Van Batavia, who was a starter last year and who moved to the bench this year, but he has been an absolute spark plug for us every time he steps on the floor. He's one of our best defenders. And another big guy that we have is Parker Harmon, who usually draws the assignment of the other team's best player night in and night out, and just absolutely works and does everything he can to make the other team's best player's life as difficult as possible. So those 2 guys have been super awesome this year and accepting their roles and playing hard and really being stars in those roles.
Coach, looking at this matchup you have tonight against Aitkin as well, they're a team that's kind of scuffling around as of late, but have played some tough contests against some good teams as of late. What do you look here with this matchup against the Gobblers?
Well, I know Aiken. Aiken's always a tough place to play. You guys always bring a lot of fans and a lot of energy and a lot of passion, so hoping that our guys match that effort and, match that positivity and with our effort and attitude and just continue to play hard. And that's what matters in the end. I'm not too concerned about the scoreboard one way or the other. I just want our guys to play hard and play together.
Well, Coach, we certainly do appreciate the time for you coming on here at the pregame show. Wish you best of luck tonight and also throughout the rest of the season as well.
Thank you.
Head coach for the Park Rapids Panthers, that being Josh Meter, joins us here on the pregame show. The Panthers taking on your Gobblers tonight. We'll step aside here for a break with another interview coming up here as well, with more on the pregame show as the Aitkin Gobblers taking on the Park Rapids area Panthers. Boys high school basketball tonight on the Gobbler and YourLiveEvent.com.
It's been a family tradition since 1938, purchasing a new Ford or pre-owned vehicle at Aitkin Motors. Another tradition that Aitkin Motors is proud of is supporting extracurricular activities for area students. Need an oil change or vehicle repair? Schedule an appointment with the Aitkin Motors Service Department. Tires? Check out the low price tire guarantee. Aitkin Motors, family owned and operated, serving the area for over 84 years. For hours, appointments, and vehicle inventory, visit AitkinMotorsCO.com.
Welcome to Aitkin Schools. Keep informed with district news and information for parents, families, students, and staff with your visit to the Aitkin School website at home.isd1.org. Our mission at Aitkin Schools is to empower students to be lifelong learners and citizens by maximizing community, parent, and staff involvement while developing high expectations and achievement in a safe learning environment. We are ISD1.
Welcome back here to Aitkin High School tonight here on the Gobbler, KKIN, AM 930, FM 103.1, and also at rjbroadcasting.com. Paul Vold joined alongside Jeremy Jans and the Aitkin Gobblers taking on the Park Rapids Panthers here tonight. But before we get to more about our contest, a little bit of out-of-town scoreboard update with the Aitkin wrestling team at the Mid-State Conference Championships. And boy, the Gobblers are having a day today as they picked up wins over Park Rapids 59-13, defeated Crosby 72-4, also winning over Staples 67-12, and then also defeating Detroit Lakes 42-24. The Gobblers, I believe, are done for the day. Nope, they still got the road crew, it looks like. Pequot Lakes Pine River Bacchus.
That's going to be for the conference championship.
That it is.
Yep.
There we go.
Yep.
Now we know. Glad somebody's informed around here.
The road crew's got a good team this year, and so it should be a shootout.
Yeah, look forward to that one. We'll have more with possibly our Saturday Sports Wrap coming up here tomorrow over on Skeeter 101.5. National Anthem starting lineups coming up here as the Aitkin Gobblers taking on Park Rapids area tonight. Step aside here for a break on the Gobbler and also YourLiveEvent.com.
At Brandel Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC, their team works together to provide you with the ultimate Buick, GMC, and Chevrolet shopping experience. Browse the lot at brandelgm.com. They're there to exceed your expectations, deliver the best service possible, and make car shopping fun again. Browse the lot at brandelgm.com. When looking for your next new or used vehicle, shop Brandel Chevrolet Buick GMC in Aitkin. Our reputation rides with you. brandelgm.com.
From all of us at Enbridge, thank you.
Thank you. Miigwech, and thank you for working on Line 3 replacement.
Thank you to everyone who supported this project.
Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day. And it's done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. I'm grateful for every single voice of support and every hour of labor put into this project. Thank you.
This is Jim Berkemeyer, owner of R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. Together with Bernie, we're inviting you to join us on a tour of Victoria, Vancouver, and the Canadian Rockies, July 14th through 23rd. On this tour, we'll visit historic Victoria, tour the breathtaking Butcher Gardens, and experience the stunning scenery of the Canadian Rockies via rails train. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ. Learn more about this tour and watch the travel show, or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure. Remember the keyword RJ.
Coming June 23rd through the 25th at Brainerd International Raceway, the Midwest Premier Country and Rock Festival. Lakes Jam presented by R&J Broadcasting. On the Bud Light main stage, hear John Party, Tesla, Gabby Barrett, Warrant, Kix, Mark Wills, and more. It's more than a music festival with watercross, drifting, poker tourneys, lawnmower racing, and more. For tickets and more information, visit lakesjam.com.
Welcome to Aitkin Schools. Keep informed with district news and information for parents, families, students, and staff with your visit to the Aitkin School website at home.isd1.org. Our mission at Aitkin Schools is to empower students to be lifelong learners and citizens by maximizing community, parent, and staff involvement while developing high expectations and achievement in a safe learning environment. We are ISD1.
Riverwood Healthcare Center in Aitkin provides total joint care for shoulders, elbows, hips, knees, hands, and wrists. Our team of highly skilled orthopedic surgeons use innovative procedures to increase mobility and reduce pain. Get back to the activities you enjoy. Learn more at riverwoodhealthcare.org. Riverwood Healthcare, your trusted leader for orthopedics and sports medicine.
Let's get real. You're ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. So get ready for the University of Minnesota Crookston. With more than 30 majors, minors, and certificates, you'll earn a University of Minnesota degree in a close-knit community where faculty become friends and friends feel like family. And to get a degree that can make a difference, you don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, ready.
Aitkin Gobblers Action with your live event is made possible by the advertising businesses you see throughout this broadcast. They help ensure that we can bring you the coverage at the best price, free. Please thank and support our sponsoring businesses. If you own a business or your organization wants to reach the listeners and viewers of your live event and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, go to yourliveevent.com and click Advertise or contact one of the offices in Brainerd or Aitkin. Enjoy the broadcast.
Welcome back here to the Gobbler, KKIN, AM 930, FM 103.1, and RJBroadcasting.com. The Aitkin Gobblers taking on the Park Rapids area Panthers tonight, starting first with our starting lineups here for the visiting team on the scoreboard. Will go like this. Number 10 is a 5'11" senior in Zach Van Patavia. Number 20 is a 6'2" senior in Parker Harmon. Number 21, probably the hardest name we'll probably see all season, is a 6' junior, Mason Elanimi.
Elanimi.
Number 24, a 6'4" senior, and Logan Jackson. Number 32 is a 6'7" senior, and Nick Michelson, head coach for the Park Rapids area Panthers, is Josh Meter, and he is assisted by Noah Bone. For your Aitkin Gobblers here this evening, their starting lineup will be like this. Number 1 is a 6' senior guard in Gus Sanford. Real name Augustine, apparently, according to the
It is correct.
Minnesota State High School League. Did not know that. You learn something new each and every day. Number 2 is a 6'3" senior forward. Landon's not short for anything, is it? Not Landonius or something like that?
No.
Landon Jansen is number 2 here this evening. Number 11 is a 5'10" senior guard in Zach McDonald. Number 13 is a 6'3" junior forward in Alex Palm.
It's actually Alexander Palm.
Alexander, excuse me.
Yes.
We'll go Zachary before that as well. And number 15 is a 5'10" senior and a guard, Jalen. I don't think you can go any further than Jalen on that. J for short, but I'm sure he prefers Jalen. Jalen Williams, number 15 for your Aitkin Gobblers. Head coach is Scott Stanfield, assisted by Greg Hills, Ben Schwartz, and Daryl Smith. Manager is Bailey Gabriel.
It's go time.
That it is.
Back here in Paul's Palace. It's been a while.
Color man extraordinaire, bookkeeper, head baseball coach for your Gobblers, Jeremy Jansen on the mic as always. It's been 2 weeks. I'm a little out of practice as well. They got me running all over the place and doing other games, but here we are on the Gobbler as well as YourLiveEvent.com. Opening tip won by the Gobblers. Right off the bat, Zach McDonald up off the window and will flush it home for 2 points. And the Gobblers off to a fast start as now here come the Park Rapids area Panthers working it now right to left on your radio dials and on your computer screens at rjbroadcasting.com. Make that left to right. Fed pass inside to Michelson. He'll break it back out to number 20 in the right corner for Parker Harmon. Back to Michelson, turnaround jumper from the right elbow. Rebounded down to Landon Jansen. Jansen will give it up to Augustine Sanford across the timeline. We'll just go Gus. Makes it easier for everybody in the long run. Jansen outside, now inside the paint, swatted out of the air by number 20 in Parker Harmon. And here come the Park Rapids area Panthers down 2-0 right on the bat. Now to the left corner of Van Batavia for 3, no good. Rebounded down to Zach McDonald. To Sanford as he'll take his time crossing the timeline. 17:03 to go here on the Brandel Motors of Aitkin scoreboard for our radio broadcast. The Aitkin Health Services scoreboard for YourLiveEvent.com. Sanford at the top of the circle now with the handle of the basketball from the right elbow. He'll dish it out right corner of McDonald for 3. Good. McDonald knocks it down. 5 straight points for McDonald.
Gobblers doing a nice job rotating that offense till they get the shot they want.
Trying to find something early on. So far, the Gobblers are responding. Crowd into it on both sides of the floor. At the top of the key for number 24, Logan Jackson, the right corner. Gets it over to Parker Harmon. He'll drive right baseline. Shot left short. Make that Michelson will go up off the window for the first points of the night for Park Rapids. Good crowd of Park Rapids fans making the drive over. A little treacherous for both parties involved, team and fans as well, but they were luckily able to make it here as the bus for the Panthers had to take a little extra time, so the JV game ran a little late as the team didn't get here till about 5:35. Floater just outside the paint. Rebounded right back down to Jalen Williams. McDonald for 3, wide of the mark, no good as it goes out of bounds.
Nice hustle play by Gus on the missed shot attempt and got his own tipped it right to Jalen to keep that offensive possession alive.
5-2 Gobblers lead on the scoreboard, brought to you by Brandel Motors of Aitkin for a radio broadcast. Aitkin Health Services for the Your Live Event broadcast as well. Those enjoying the video here tonight. Elanimi from the left corner, no good on the 3. Loose rebound, Jalen Williams. Taking his time now as he looks over to Coach Stanfield before they bring it across half court. Working it now. Back to the top of the circle for Palm. Who gets it back to Sanford on the right wing. Pass inside. Landon's got the angle. He's got the shot. 2 more points for the Gobblers. First points of the night for LJ. And a timeout taken by Coach Meter for the Park Rapids Panthers. Gobblers getting inside and getting a couple of nice shots out there and outside as well. Zach's hit a 3 already here in the ball game.
Rotating the ball well, cutting through the lane, playing team defense to start here. They keep it up. They'll be in good position.
7-2 the score here as a Riverwood Healthcare Center timeout taken by the Park Rapids area Panthers as well. A big thank you again to Coach Josh Meter for taking time to speak with us before tonight's contest here on the Gobbler and YourLiveEvent.com. Gobblers with the home red uniforms. Aitkin script across the top, solid white numbers and letters, while Park Rapids going with the road whites, black numbers, orange trim. Panthers going across the chest as well. So we got off to a fast start and didn't quite get our uniform matchup tonight as well. Michelson cross-court pass down along the baseline. Gets it up to number 10, Van Batavia. That is Zach Van Batavia, as he'll get it back in the right corner for a pass inside to Michelson. Outside the paint, hard shot from number 24, Logan Jackson, but Landon comes down with the ball. Across half court now, Gus Sanford at the midcourt stripe. Now we'll get it over to Jalen Williams. Back to LJ at the top of the key, right side now on the wing. Gus looks to drive, stops, pops a shot, no good. Jalen with the putback and the follow through for 2 points. 9-2, Gobblers lead on a fast start to this contest. Panthers struggling to get something going offensively. Michelson turnaround jumper off the back of the iron. Long rebound, fight for it, but a foul called on the floor as Gus Sanford had the loose ball initially. But a foul called against the Park Rapids Panthers. That'll be number 10, Van Batavia. Zach Van Batavia, that is.
First foul of the night.
That it is. We're 3.5 minutes in. 14:23 to go. Couple subs in as well. Elanimi and Van Batavia out, bringing in Isaiah Olson off the bench, and also number 4, Noah Morris. Pass inside. Jalen with a dime to himself, actually. Left it short off the side of the rim, unfortunately. Great pass from Zachary McDonald in the left corner now for the Panthers.
That's the Panthers' first rebound of the night.
Wow. Michelson back up top now to Logan Jackson. Dribbles his way to the right wing now, being defended well. Tipped out of the air by Michelson. He gets it back. Turnaround shot in the lane. Off the back of the rim, LJ gets a board. It'll be Gus Sanford across half court. Works it over to the left side now for Jalen Williams. Gets the angle, but well defended by number 12, Isaiah Olson now to Gus Sanford on the right side. Pass in and rejected right back to Gus Sanford off the arm of Noah Michelson. Jalen Williams will drive along the right baseline. Meets his match in Michelson. Back out to the right corner. Zach McDonald comes out loose with it with a 9-2 advantage. Backing out near midcourt. Zach will reassess the offense now from the right side. Thinks about the dish. Swatted out of the air. It's kept alive now. Taken right back by McDonald. Jalen Williams through the lane and a foul called. 2 shots for Jalen Williams.
Good hustle play there by both Zach and Jalen. Got rejected, and Zach didn't give up on the play. He got the ball back and created that pass to Jalen and an opportunity at the line for 2.
Nick Michelson will be assessed his first foul. First 2 free throws in the night for either team. This one will go to Jalen Williams. Makes the front end of 2 guaranteed. 10-2 now our score on the Aitkin Health Services scoreboard on YourLiveEvent.com and the Brandel Motors of Aitkin scoreboard on the Gobbler. Second free throw, no good. Rebounded down to Michelson. 13:07 to go, 10-2. Gobblers open up the ball game. 3 in the left corner, no good. Put back on the follow-through basket will count, and a foul as Michelson through the lane with reckless abandon. Gets the putback after the missed 3 by Noah Morris. 10-4 now the score. Oh, when you're Nick Michelson and you're 6'7", some angles are going to open up on some of those high rebounds.
Very much so. He kind of crashed the boards there, and Landon was late to get in there.
And 1 free throw completed by Nick Michelson as it is now 10-5. Gobblers still in front, though. All 5 points tonight for Park Rapids scored by Michelson. Eli Christie checks in the game from the free throw line for the first time tonight. Now to Gus Sanford on the right wing. Looks to drive inside, dribbles his way back out to the wing once again. Alex Palm now to Landon Jansen as he gets a pass over to Zach McDonald. Provides a screen to Jansen, tipped out, and it will stay with the Gobblers as it goes off the arm of Noah Morris. Loose ball into the entryway, but collected by a fan.
that little pick and roll there. He's got a piece of it. Otherwise, it's a wide open look for Landon to the hoop.
Triggering the inbound to left side will be Zach McDonald. Right off the inbound, Gus Sanford for three, no good. Rebounded down to 24 in Logan Jackson. Jackson will take it across the timeline. Works it back over to left for Noah Morris. Morris in the left corner now for number 12 and Isaiah Olson. Loose ball, who touched it last? I think this one's going to be against Park Rapids, but the Gobblers come out with it. Christie denied on the initial shot, and a rebound as both bodies going down to the floor. And a foul called against, I believe, Alex Palm there, trying to take the rebound, but not enough.
Good hustle play by Alex. Just got on top of it, lost a little momentum, and
second foul of the night for the Gobblers. 2 apiece here with 12:17 to go here in this first half. 10-5 on the scoreboard. Left side now for Noah Morris. Morris, or I should say Isaiah Olson, that is, gets it over to Logan Jackson, the left wing, defended by McDonald, stripped out of the air and taken away by Eli Christie as he'll take his time, waiting for some teammates to rally. McDonald, right side, three, good. Zach McDonald from downtown makes it hurt, 13-5, Gobblers in front. Morris breaks it over right side, dribbling his way in, shot no good, rebounded by McDonald, who picks up the loose change.
Zach gets that rebound, but Alex did a nice job there. Got his hands in there and deflected that ball down to him.
McDonald back the other way, tries to throw past Eli Christie along the baseline, stolen away. Michelson going to go for it home. He slams it down. Nick Michelson hammers one home, 13-7. 11:16 to go. To the right side, Gus Sanford, right elbow, pass stripped away as he looked to keep it himself, but it's stripped out of his hands by Noah Morris. He'll bring it across half court. Now to Logan Jackson, right elbow. Stops just outside the paint. Back out to Morris. Step back to Jackson. Now going to fire a deep three off the left side, no good. High rebound and back, put back is good, and the foul assessed as Parker Harmon will get the shot to fall, and it will be an and one free throw. I believe Micah Lane. No, it will be, yes, it will be Micah Lane, I believe, assessed the foul. It will be Micah's first as he checked in for Landon. Now Landon back in as Micah Lane will check out. Zach McDonald is also out. I believe Jalen checked back in the game. As Eli Christie remains in, and one free throw is good. 13-10 now. Amazing what happens after a couple of shots made to one side.
Well, and a couple turnovers for the Gobblers created both those opportunities.
Exactly. Jansen back out to Christie. Dribbles his way to the free throw line. Now the right wing, dribbling down outside the paint now for Landon. Step back, left all alone in the corner. Couldn't figure out where to go with the ball. He wanted to shoot, but I guess he didn't want to do that either, but gets it to Palm. He'll fire one in.
That's a great power move by Palm, just go up. He did a really nice job of that in Crosby, too.
10:20 to go. Loose ball. Michelson, right-handed shot. Good. Nick Michelson, 2 more for him. He's up to 9 already in the ball game, 9 of the 12 for Park Rapids from Nick Michelson. Alex Palm now to Gus Sanford on the right wing. Looks for a pass inside. He'll dribble his way now back to Eli Christie to Alex Palm on the left wing. Palm looks for a pass inside. He'll get it back up top now to Jansen. He'll work it over to the right side for Eli Christie. Christie looking for a pass inside the paint. Down low to Gus Sanford. Right back to Jalen. Another beautiful pass.
It's a great look. Gus could have gone up with that ball. Saw Jay for the open look and
drew a double team. It did Gus Sanford, which left Jalen wide open. He gets the easy bucket as a floater just outside the paint falls for Logan Jackson. We trade baskets back and forth here with 9:27 to play in this first half. 17-14. Aitkin with the advantage after a strong run to the ball game when they led at 10-2. Jalen's shot stops, might have slipped just a little bit, but still with enough behind it to get it to go. Noah Morris on the right wing for Park Rapids. Stop, pop a shot from Michelson. Jansen with a rebound, and we are going to get the jump ball on the tie-up, they are going to say. Ball will stay with Park Rapids. Okay. 9:03 to play in this first half on the Brando Motors of Aitkin scoreboard and the Aitkin Health Services scoreboard as well. Zach Van Batavia and Mason Elanimi back into the ball game for Park Rapids. Michelson gets the inbound just outside, and it's going to be tipped his pass. Eli Christie will take it back the other way for the Gobblers, and he'll be fouled on his way to the basket.
Hey, good active hands by the Gobblers in passing lanes again, create that turnover.
2 free throws coming up here for Eli Christie, and Zeelanimi will be assessed his first, team's third. Both teams with 3 fouls. First free throw is good from Eli Christie. Zach McDonald back in after a little spell on the bench. Second free throw is good. 21-14, Gobblers back in front. 8:54 to go here in this first half. Logan Jackson from the free throw line throws up a floater. It is good once again.
Back-to-back floaters for him.
Got the reach at 6'4". Might as well use all of it, I guess. And throw a couple more on top of it with the floating shot in the lane. Alex Palm back up top now to left side for Zach McDonald for 3. Leaves it short. Loose ball on the floor. It's picked up by Elanimi as he'll give it up now to Logan Jackson across the timeline from the free throw line. Works it back to Elanimi in the paint. Stop speed down low to Michelson. Up off the glass and strong as we get a stoppage here on the floor. Timeout taken by the Gobblers. Just a quick 30-second Riverwood Healthcare Center timeout. 21-18 with 8:16 to play here in the first half. Was up to a 10-2 start here for the Gobblers as well. Couple of turnovers and open looks for the likes of Park Rapids, and they've cut it down to 1 possession.
Yeah, right. We've pretty much held their outside shooting to non-existent, but they're from the free throw line to the hoop. They've attacked the basket well and got some shots to go. So they call a timeout and adjust a little bit of defense here and see what happens.
Already a halftime score on homegrown local radio over on Talk 100 KLKS. Boys high school basketball. Pequot Lakes is on top of Crosby Ironton 28-26. Another out-of-town scoreboard update. 1-0 Minnesota Wild on top of Chicago. Moose Polino with the opening goal of the contest.
All right.
Of course, Hockey Day Minnesota tomorrow.
Yep.
And I'll be in a gym watching high school dance. Nothing wrong with that either. Long night ahead, too. We'll have Minnesota Wild hockey tomorrow night as well right here on the Gobbler for Hockey Day Minnesota. 21-18. Gobblers with the possession after the Riverwood Healthcare Center timeout. As Palm around the perimeter to Sanford to McDonald. Now to Landon Jansen on the right wing. Looks for a pass down low as the Panthers not allowing the Gobblers to penetrate around the perimeter. Looking down low, now back up top for Palm with 7.5 to go. Gobblers looking for that right move to Gus Sanford. Draws in a double team now, back out to Zach McDonald. Hesitates, looks for some movement to Alex Palm up off the glass. Gets the right shot, and he gets it to go, does Alex Palm for the Gobblers.
Again, great, run the offense, don't force any shots.
3 from the right corner, no good as Harmon misses it. It's rebounded down to Landon. With 7 minutes to go, 23-18, Gobblers ahead. To Zach McDonald on the right wing. Back up top now to Landon, left side for Gus Sanford. Sanford looks for a pass, and he'll keep it himself. Now back up top now for Landon. Get a fire 3, flutters the feet, and gets it to go. 26-18 ahead as a foul called out on the floor.
Going on Zach McDonald, little body on that. Going for the steal. He's crafty.
Zach with his first of the night. Scoreboard update. 2-0 Minnesota Wild. Ryan Hartman with a goal. Looks like unassisted. 5 minutes into the game already. 2-0 Wild up.
Was that at home tonight?
I believe it might be on the road. Do not quote me directly. I know tomorrow night's at home. Back out for a 3 from the likes of number 12, and Isaiah Olson knocks it down 26-21. Park Rapids keeping things close, getting some shots to go their way. Back out, right side now for Gus Sanford. 1-on-1 from the free throw line, right elbow, stops in the lane, back out to Palm for a 3. Wide of the mark. Lands in the hands of Nick Michelson. Michelson across the timeline to Noah Morris. Right side for Isaiah Olson, right corner for Logan Jackson, fed inside to Michelson. His shot hits back, forth, sideways, up, down, left, right, and out.
I thought it for sure after it rotated the first time, I thought it was going down.
As Landon gets the rebound, gives it up to Gus, left side for Jalen Williams. Williams at the top of the circle now to Landon Jansen. Right side, gets a screen, does Gus Sanford from LJ. In the paint, back out, left corner, 3 from Zach on the way, good.
That's 11 on the night for Zach, third three-pointer.
29-21, 3 back the other way from Michelson. Hits off the front of the side of the rim 2, 3, 4 times, and then bounces back out. Last touching it was a gobbler, they're going to say, as it will go back to Park Rapids. As we're going to talk things over on the shot. As the JV team behind the Aitkin bench saying they had the best angle. Gobblers get the basketball.
I thought it from here, the Park Rapids kid trying to deflect it to one of his players and pushed it on the bounds, but I thought Robbie out underneath would have seen that, and he must have been blocked by a player, didn't have an opportunity to see that one. The JV, as you said, though, they did see it.
5 minutes into the game on with the Chicago Blackhawks and the Minnesota Wild. It is on the road tonight.
Gotcha.
Yep, so home game tomorrow night for the Wild on Hockey Day, Minnesota. 5 minutes left here in the first half. 29-21, Aitkin in front. From the top of the key now for Jalen Williams. Left side for Micah Lane, who checks in for the likes of Landon Jansen. Trying to find a pass to Zach McDonald. Ball still loose out on the floor. And the Gobblers will keep the basketball on the tie-up, as the possession arrow says, to Aitkin.
We've got 3 turnovers apiece so far for each team. It's been pretty clean games thus far.
4 fouls to Aitkin, 3 to Park Rapids. Palm inside, up off the glass. His shot denied by Michelson. And we come back the other way, and it's taken away on another turnover and a steal by Zach McDonald. Back the other way, loose ball handling again from Jalen, but it's going to be picked up on that turnover by Noah Morris as we get a stoppage and a timeout taken by Park Rapids. We'll step aside for a timeout as well. 29-21, 4:24 to play here on the Gobbler, as well as yourliveevent.com.
Coming June 23rd through the 25th at Brainerd International Raceway, the Midwest Premier Country and Rock Festival. Lakes Jam presented by R&J Broadcasting. On the Bud Light main stage, hear John Party, Tesla, Gabby Barrett, Warrant, Kix, Mark Wills, and more. It's more than a music festival with watercross, drifting, poker tourneys, lawnmower racing, and more. For tickets and more information, visit lakesjam.com.
Hey, thank you.
Well, we've got a moment here on yourliveevent.com, as well as the Gobbler just being announced that color man and Aitkin Gobbler baseball coach Jeremy Jansen has been selected as the section coach of the year. Is that what that plaque says?
That's, yes, what it is.
Show that bad boy off there. 2021 Coach of the Year for Class 2A Section 7. Coach Jeremy Jansen by the Minnesota State High School Baseball Coaches Association. Congratulations, Jeremy.
I'd just like to say, you know, the award, I'm the head coach there, but we have a crew of coaches that really put the time and effort to make these kids better, and that's an award for our entire coaching staff, present, past, and future. So it's an honoring to get it, but it's a team effort.
Absolutely. But 29-21 our score on the Aitkin Health Services scoreboard, as well as the Brando Motors of Aitkin scoreboard. 4:14 to play here in the first half. Aitkin Gobblers do hold the advantage over the Park Rapids area Panthers as well. Boy, that really worked out suspiciously well for that announcement, as well as the broadcast. I had no idea that was going on. The Gobblers missed a shot on the offensive end, and we get a foul called against Zach, trying to reach in and strip the ball away. I believe that'll be his second of the night to go along with his 11 points.
Yeah, second for Zach, 5th team foul. Eli Christie back into the game for the Gobblers. That's one thing nice with the guards that we have, that they can really rotate. Eli coming in off the bench is a spark. He can really play the game.
Rebounded back down to number 12, and after the missed three from Noah Morse, Isaiah Olson will get 2 more points and cuts it down 29-23. Gobblers, after the Riverwood Healthcare Center timeout, need something going for them on the offensive end. Back out to Alex Palm, top of the right side to LJ, who checked back in during the timeout, throws it away, unfortunately, as Gus was looking to cut, and it is going to be a turnover on Aitkin. 3:27 to go here until halftime, 29-23, as it'll be Park Rapids area with the basketball. Bullet pass along the baseline, dangerous as it goes out of bounds as Parker Harmon.
Kind of threw a little two-seamer there. It ran away ran right down the baseline and ran away. So.
That it certainly did here this evening. 29-23, the score remains. 3:16 to go on that Aitkin Health Services and Brandel Motors of Aitkin scoreboard. Gets a screen. Sanford goes against it. Cross-court pass. Basket gets in the way, drawing a triple team back out. Morris out to Harmon. Pass in the lane for Michelson. Wasn't ready for it. Gus Sanford takes it away across half court. With under 3 to go in the first half, left side for Jalen Williams. Williams at the free throw line, from left elbow extended out to Eli Christie to Gus Sanford, who gets a screen from Christie, but it's almost swatted out of the hand. It is swatted out of the hand by Michelson from Sanford as he regains control. Palm outside the paint, loses the handle, but back out now to Eli Christie. Left elbow, stops, pops a shot, and off the back of the iron, no good. Noah Morris with a rebound and stretches out to Michelson. Nick Michelson, cross-court heave over to number 12. And Isaiah Olson gets a rebound, turnaround shot, and banks it in. Does Nick Michelson, back down to a 4-point deficit for the Park Rapids Panthers. 2:10 to play. Inside, Jalen Williams. Basket will not go, but 2 free throw shots as a jersey tug as
he did a nice job drawing the contact there, waiting for the guy to come and do the contact, went up. Just couldn't get it to go.
2:07 to play here in this first half. Free throws coming up for Jalen Williams. Foul goes against number 4 and Noah Morris. First free throw no good from Jalen. First time for Jalen at the line tonight?
Second time. He was 1 of 2 first time.
Missed the front end of the 2 guaranteed as looks like Morris and Olson out. Second free throw from Jalen. It's on the way and no good, but a rebound down to Logan Jackson. Back in after a little bit of a reprieve. Down along the baseline for Harmon. Skip pass up off the glass. Basket will not go, but it will be 2 free throws. Number 22, Noah Larson, who just checked in, will head his way to the free throw line. 6-team foul for the Gobblers and second for Alex Palm with under 2 to play here in the first half. It'll be first free throw good from Noah Larson. Second free throw coming up here from Larson on its way and no good, but a rebound loose as it's collected finally by Eli Christie. It's a 1-possession lead for the Gobblers at 29-26. Sanford left side now for Eli Christie. Back to Landon Jansen, right side, his pass tipped before it goes out of bounds by a Panther and will stay with the Gobblers. Inbound will be right in front of the Panther bench. Jalen Williams will be tasked to inbound. It'll be right in front of Coach Meter. Jalen got to get the inbound in. A high inbound stolen right away. Lays it up off the window. Easy points for Parker Harmon as he just had enough reach on it to get the handle of it. And it's a 1-point lead now for the Gobblers at 29-28.
Gobblers 29-21 at one point, and now they cut it. 7-0 run by the Panthers.
We come back the other way with Jalen Williams. Down along the right side, just outside the paint. Needs to get rid of it. He does, but it's going to be stolen away. Harmon, but collected. Now it's taken back by Noah Larson, who gives it up to Logan Jackson. To Nick Michelson. Back to Jackson, right side. Larson inside the perimeter. Now back out to Van Batavia. Skips it into Michelson. Back out for Harmon. Back left alone. Larson up off the window. And the Panthers take the lead at 30-29 with under a minute left here in the first half. That timeout did not help the Gobblers at all. If you're a Gobbler fan tuning in here to this broadcast thus far, where they did lead at 29-21, and they give up the lead 30-29 with 35 seconds to go. Eli Christie from the free throw line. Pass might have been tipped out of his hands. It is, as they will keep it with
I think
Aitkin.
that was the definition of a reach. He did get ball, but he did get him on the arm going around there.
That he certainly did with 32.3 seconds left. Gobblers down one at 30-29 the score. Inbound right in on the end of the Panther bench to Alex Palm, the right corner. Logan Jackson has the ball banked off his knee, and then will go out of bounds as Aitkin will keep the possession as we get no timeout called. .29.8 seconds left. As the inbound will be on the extreme right side of the baseline, and will go right to Gus Sanford as it was triggered by Jalen Williams. As we get a foul called on the floor. I believe that one was impeded. Gus Sanford, he'll head his way for a 1-and-1, I believe. Nope, not quite yet. Looks like inbound just to the...
Number 20, they call that foul line?
I believe number 20, yes. They will give it to Parker Harmon, his first. Team 6, so still a foul to give on that foul. Inbound right to Eli Christie, just outside the paint, skips it to Jalen Williams. Floater is good. Gobblers get 2 more points to take a 1-point lead with 15 seconds to go. Nick Michelson down along to Parker Harmon, up and under the basket. He is fouled on the floor. Gobblers still, that'll be their 7th, I believe.
Landon second puts them at the line.
1-and-1. Landon Jansen is second. Stoppage here on the floor. They're going to go 1-and-1. No continuation. As it'll be Parker Harmon, number 20, shooting for the Panthers. Front end of the 1-and-1, no good. Rebound, though, to Jackson with 10 seconds to go. He is up and in for 2 more points. 31-32 with 4 seconds. Gus Sanford across half court. Works it right side, throws up a 3 at the buzzer. Hits off the side of the rim, and no good. Halftime hour score, 32-31. Aitkin trails heading into the halftime locker room. Get a look here to out-of-town scoreboard. We will also get for you second half adjustments, numbers from the first half coming up as well as the Aitkin Gobblers trail against the Park Rapids Panthers here on the Gobbler. And for those tuning in as well at yourliveevent.com.
From all of us at Enbridge, thank you.
Thank you.
Miigwech, and thank you for working on Line 3 replacement.
Thank you to everyone who supported this project.
Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day. And it's done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. I'm grateful for every single voice of support and every hour of labor put into this project. Thank you.
This is Jim Berkemeyer, owner of R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. Together with Bernie, we're inviting you to join us on a tour of Victoria, Vancouver, and the Canadian Rockies, July 14th through 23rd. On this tour, we'll visit historic Victoria, tour the breathtaking Butchert Gardens, and experience the stunning scenery of the Canadian Rockies via rails train. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ. Learn more about this tour and watch the travel show, or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure. Remember the keyword RJ.
Coming June 23rd through the 25th at Brainerd International Raceway, the Midwest Premier Country and Rock Festival. Lakes Jam presented by R&J Broadcasting. On the Bud Light main stage, hear John Party, Tesla, Gabby Barrett, Warrant, Kix, Mark Wills, and more. It's more than a music festival with watercross, drifting, poker tourneys, lawnmower racing, and more. For tickets and more information, visit lakesjam.com.
Welcome to Aitkin Schools. Keep informed with district news and information for parents, families, students, and staff with your visit to the Aitkin School website at home.isd1.org. Our mission at Aitkin Schools is to empower students to be lifelong learners and citizens by maximizing community, parent, and staff involvement while developing high expectations and achievement in a safe learning environment. We are ISD1.
Welcome back here to Aitkin High School tonight here on the Gobbler, KKIN AM 930, FM translator 103.1. Those tuning in as well to the video stream at yourliveevent.com. 32-31, Park Rapids leads the Aitkin Gobblers here at the halftime show. Get a look here out of town scoreboard. Last update, Minnesota Wild were up 2-0 in the first period against the Chicago Blackhawks on the road. Only other out-of-town scoreboard update as of late that we have gotten is at halftime, Pequot Lakes and Crosby Ironton playing boys basketball on Talk 100 KLKS. Pequot Lakes up 28-26 at halftime against Crosby Ironton. Again, that game over on Talk 100 after a little bit of some technical difficulties over on Skeeter 101.5. 32-31, Gobblers down after getting off to a hot start, leading 10-2 at one point in the first half. Had an 8-point lead at one point as well, 29-21, but then closing out the first half on quick math, an 11-2 run to close out the first half.
11-2 run for the Panthers, and the Gobblers started off owning the boards, and then it turned back pretty even. I had mentioned that 3 turnovers apiece. It was a pretty clean game, and both teams ended with 6 apiece. So it was it got a little sloppy there in the second half, or second half of that first half. Gobblers were effective when they slowed the pace down on offense and really moved the ball. Got those backdoor cuts. Park Rapids wants us to run. They want to get in that game to get up and down the floor, and the Gobblers need to stay patient on defense, do their job, and at the same time on offense, run that offense and with the flow and get a good shot.
First half numbers do include, I believe, Nick Michelson, 13 points in the first half, and I think still leading for us is
Zach with 11.
Zach's got 11 in the first half as well.
Jalen with 10.
Yep, Jalen with 10 as well. How many rebounds did he have in that first half? A couple, I think, at least for Jalen.
Jalen had 2. Yep, Jalen had 2 rebounds. Yep.
Gotcha.
And obviously for the Panthers, Jackson and Mickelson leading the way with 7 combined. Landon leading the way for the Gobblers with 5. But again, Coach Stanfield probably not extremely happy with the second part of that first half, because the game plan they wanted to execute was keep it slow, and it did. 29-21. We had to get the shots we wanted, but hopefully they can reset and come out here in the second half. That's the one thing they did a really nice job in Crosby. Gobblers hadn't put a whole game together, and they came out and played the same game they did in the first half, and defensively, offensively, so I look forward to it here.
Look forward to that and much more here. Of course, seeing how they put together a full second half as well for a full contest as well. Step aside here for another break. Winding things down here with the halftime show, and also get for you second half adjustments that the Gobblers are going to have to work up against the Park Rapids Panthers. 32-31, Aitkin trails against Park Rapids Boys High School basketball here on yourliveevent.com and the Gobbler, KKIN AM 930, FM 103.1, and rjbroadcasting.com.
Riverwood Healthcare Center in Aitkin provides total joint care for shoulders, elbows, hips, knees, hands, and wrists. Our team of highly skilled orthopedic surgeons use innovative procedures to increase mobility and reduce pain. Get back to the activities you enjoy. Learn more at riverwoodhealthcare.org. Riverwood Healthcare, your trusted leader for orthopedics and sports medicine.
Let's get real. You're ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. So get ready for the University of Minnesota Crookston. With more than 30 majors, minors, and certificates, you'll earn a University of Minnesota degree in a close-knit community where faculty become friends and friends feel like family. And to get a degree that can make a difference, you don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, ready.
Aitkin Gobblers Action with your live event is made possible by the advertising businesses you see throughout this broadcast. They help ensure that we can bring you the coverage at the best price, free. Please thank and support our sponsoring businesses. If you own a business or your organization wants to reach the listeners and viewers of your live event and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, go to yourliveevent.com and click Advertise or contact one of the offices in Brainerd or Aitkin. Enjoy the broadcast.
Coming June 23rd through the 25th at Brainerd International Raceway, the Midwest Premier Country and Rock Festival. Lakes Jam presented by R&J Broadcasting. On the Bud Light main stage, hear John Party, Tesla, Gabby Barrett, Warrant, Kix, Mark Wills, and more. It's more than a music festival with watercross, drifting, poker tourneys, lawnmower racing, and more. For tickets and more information, visit lakesjam.com.
At R&J Broadcasting,
your whole family and together pick out the perfect boating package. Bay Lake Marine will fit all your family's boating needs for a great day on the lake. Stop by Bay Lake Marine in Uptown Deerwood.
You know Wide's Major Appliance in Brainerd for being the best in the business when it comes to used and reconditioned appliances, parts, and service. Well, Wide's Major Appliance now sells new appliances as an authorized retailer of America's iconic brand, Crosley, featuring Crosley's 10-year limited warranty. You don't need to go anywhere else. With new and used appliances, parts, service, they are your one-stop appliance shop. For major appliances without the major price, see Wide's Major Appliance on Oak Street in Brainerd.
Welcome back here this evening to the Gobbler, KKIN AM 930, FM 103.1, rjbroadcasting.com, yourliveevent.com as well. Paul Vold joined alongside Jeremy Jansen joining us here as the plaque awarded to the Section 7 2A Coach of the Year. Misspelled.
Yes, yes.
It's the thought that counts,
it does,
I think.
It does, yes.
But quick out-of-town scoreboard update again. The Pequot Lakes boys basketball team up at halftime 28-21 against Crosby Arrington on Talk 100 KLKS. On Cash 95, it's Proctor over Pillager right now at halftime 32-30. So a couple of tight first halves on homegrown local radio, which is good for a Friday night. But second half just moments away from starting here as well. And Jeremy, talking about some second half adjustments here that the Gobblers, what do you see as some big things that the Gobblers are going to have to do here to tighten things up here in the second half?
Yeah, getting back to putting bodies on people on the boards. They led the boards early. I was telling you, up 6-1 start the game, and right now Panthers are up 12-11, and we put some bodies on it, control the boards, play good defense, run the offense. Don't press. Just do what you know and stay patient.
Park Rapids will start off with the basketball to start the second half. Also, a quick update. Minnesota Wild up 3-0. Ryan Hartman, 2 first-period goals for the Minnesota Wild.
Got a chance for the natural hat trick.
32-31. Park Rapids with the advantage here to start off our second half as the Gobblers will work left to right on your radio dials and on your computer screens. Yelanimi back out top now to Logan Jackson. Jackson works it right side and will hand it off now to Parker Harmon to Nick Michelson, and we get a foul call down on the floor. This one will be against, looks like.
It's going third on Alex Palm. I think it was just a basketball play in my mind. They were just bumping a little bit.
As the inbound right to the right side now will be, I believe that went off Gus Sanford's shoulder and or face, but it was last touched by a Panther after a couple of loose
a good hustle
handling.
play by both Gus there and Zach. Tipped the ball off them.
Well, we're 30 seconds into the second half. No score as of yet. Gobblers with their first true offensive opportunity to Alex Palm in the right corner. Who's got 3 fouls already. To Zach McDonald, back out to Palm in the right corner. Holds it. Now we'll get it back to Gus Sanford at the top of the circle. Works right elbow extended back out to Landon Jansen. Gonna fire the 3. No good. High rebound. Palm comes down with it. Back out to Sanford for 3. Good. Gobblers take the advantage right back. 34-32. They now lead. Just a couple minutes, just about a minute plus into the start of the second half.
Second turnover for the Panthers to start this half.
Jalen takes it away in the paint. Back out to Zach for the 3. Good. Back-to-back threes for the Gobblers, and they're up by 5. And a quick Riverwood Healthcare Center timeout taken by Coach Josh Meter for the Park Rapids area Panthers.
That first 3 that Gus hit was all started with Alex. Had good position on the rebound underneath there. Rebound the ball, able to kick it to Gus for that second. We haven't got a lot of second chance points up until this point in the year.
Yep.
Other teams have done it because we haven't rebounded well, but it's good to see us starting to turn that into our favor.
Riverwood Healthcare Center timeout on the Aitkin Health Services and the Brandel Motors of Aitkin scoreboard. 37-32 Aitkin in front here on the Gobbler, as well as YourLiveEvent.com. And we're happy as well to be back on the Gobbler as well, as last day and a half and struggling with internet connectivity issues. Usually happens after a big winter event, but just got too cold was the problem. That's what I'm chalking that up to as well. To Park Rapids, back out to the right corner now to Van Batavia. He'll draw from the right elbow, extended, rattles around. Michelson through 3 Gobblers, and a foul called as he brings down the board.
Blaze Sanford checked into the game.
First time we've seen Blaze Sanford check in here tonight. As he checks in for Alex Palm with his 3 fouls.
That foul goes to goes to Blaze as well.
Yep. Van Batavia trying to fight for it along the baseline, but it's stolen away by Zach McDonald with a full head of steam. Right elbow, Euro step, not good. Sanford basket will not go, but he's fouled on his way to the basket. Blaze Sanford will head his way to the free throw line.
Good hustle play by Blaze to get down there after that steal by Zach. Rebound and a putback.
Foul called against Nick Michelson, make that Logan Jackson his first of the evening, as Blaze Sanford's first free throw, no good. Second free throw momentarily from Sanford, Blaze Sanford that is good. 38-32. I don't think Blaze is short for anything.
Nope.
16:08, we're only 2 minutes in, but a lot has already happened for both teams. 38-32 the score, as fight for the basketball down along the floor in the left corner. It's swatted out of the air, and it's going to go right back to.
Guys sliding out. Love to see it. Sliding all over the floor. Great hustle. Then Gus rejects that pass out of bounds.
It's going to stay with Park Rapids here. Had some enthusiastic fans blocking the view, but try to get the camera angle as best we can here as well. 15:57 on the Aitkin Health Services and Brandel Motors of Aitkin scoreboard. Inbound, and shot will basket go for Nick Michelson.
I think the foul going to Blaze his second.
And Blaze Sanford, 2 fouls for him since checking in. 15:52. First free throw coming up from, or I should say the and one free throw good from Michelson. 38-35. Across half court we go. To Gus Sanford, back out. To Zach McDonald, floater in the paint as he looked off a pass, and it's going to be a rebound, and it's going to be loose now, picked up by Logan Jackson. 15:36 to go. Noah Morris in the right corner. He'll drive along the right baseline, up and off the basket, and good. Cuts it down now to a 1-point lead at 38-37. 15:23. As Jalen Williams in the lane. Turn around, pops a shot, good. Good basket there from Jalen.
Jay's at his best when he goes to the hoop. You know, that 10-foot runner, turn around. He's got a nice stroke right there.
Right side for Parker Harmon. He'll drive baseline right around Landon. Fed inside to Michelson. He is fouled. And 2 free throws coming up here for Nick Michelson. A couple gobblers there right in the middle. It will be assessed to Blaze.
His third.
3 fouls now for Blaze Sanford. First of 2 on the front end. Good. Alex Palm, Eli Christie check in for Blaze Sanford. Jalen Williams. 14:58 in the ball game remains. Second free throw coming up here from Michelson, on its way and good. Nets the pair. Back down to a 1-point deficit for the Panthers. Gus Sanford will take the inbound across half court, left side to Zach McDonald. McDonald back to the top now to Palm, right side for Sanford. Looks for a pass inside to LJ. It's swatted out by Michelson, taken out by number 22, Noah Larson. He'll hand it off to Logan Jackson across half court to the right side for Noah Morris. Morris will skip it down low to Noah Larson. This will be handed off to number 32 and Nick Michelson to Morris in the right corner. Gets it back out. Now right side. Look for the pass down inside the paint and back out for Michelson as it's just thrown away on the errant pass.
That's good pressure, though.
That it certainly was as the pass goes away, and it goes right back to Aitkin. Palm in the paint. Looks for a pass inside, loses the handle, fight for it down on the floor, as somebody might have taken a knee to the face, as it will remain. Gobblers' shot will not go, but it's going to stay now with the possession arrow. 14 minutes to play, 40-39 the score. Gobblers will defend the inbound to Noah Morris. He'll take it right side now to Parker Harmon. Harmon back out to Nick Michelson to Logan Jackson, stepping out from the right wing. Looks for a pass inside. He'll dribble his way from the perimeter. Now back to Nick Michelson. Loses the handles. He's trying to cut his way back towards the middle. And will go back to Jackson as he fires up a three. No good. Rebounded down to Noah Larson in the paint. Blocked up out of the air by Micah Lane. Put back on the follow through is no good. Gets his own rebound. Does Michelson. And we got a foul assessed out on the floor now. This one against Aitkin. This one's going to go against Micah, I believe. That'll be his second. Micah Lane checked in during the most recent stoppage. Inbound to the right side for Noah Morris. Morris to Michelson. Takes out a teammate in the process to Logan Jackson. Left elbow, floater in the lane just outside the paint. Gets his own rebound. Putback shot no good. On the putback from Michelson, no good. And Palm comes out with it.
Man, got lucky on that one.
Real lucky as the rims are on the side of the Gobblers thus far here defensively. To Eli Christie. Loses the handle or somewhat of an awkward pass to Alex Palm at the top of the key now to Gus Stanford, the free throw lane. Floater no good. Rebound loose. Last touch by Palm. It's going to go back to the Panthers. Great effort so far here in the second half. Gobblers laying out for everything.
Sliding all over the floor, yeah.
That they certainly are. Probably get a little bit of sliding practice during the indoor portion of baseball season, I would have bet.
A lot of screeching across the floor.
Oh, yeah. 12:57 to go here in this second half. 40-39. Michelson back out now to number 12 in a three. Off no good from Isaiah Olson. Eli Christie gets the board.
Good read on that rebound. Eli saw where it was going.
We've been stuck at 40-39 for quite some time. Missed shot by the Gobblers. Larson on the other end banks it up off the window, and Park Rapids gets the lead, 41-40. Under 12 and a half to play on the Aitkin Health Services and Brandel Motors of Aitkin scoreboards. Eli Christie with the handle, looks for that cut pass in the lane, not there. Back out to Zach McDonald, gets a screen from LJ from the free throw line, right corner to Christie. Along the baseline, just outside the paint. LJ gets the missed board opportunity and will get free throws coming up as he's fouled at underneath the basket. Foul will go against number 22 in Noah Larson, his first.
Yep.
12:07 to go. LJ at the line, first time for him tonight.
Correct.
2 guaranteed free throws. Front end is no good. .1207 to go, 41-40. Second free throw after the foul from Noah Larson. Landon Jansen's second free throw, no good. Rebound down to Michelson. Gobblers still trail by 1. 12:02 to go. Across half court now for the Panthers. 3 on the way from Michelson is good. 44-40. Under 12 to go. 4-point advantage for Park Rapids. Jalen shot in the lane. Basket will count, and he is fouled in the lane.
Nice soft left hand by Jay. Drew the contact, used the body, went with the left hand. If he goes right-handed there, he gets blocked. So
that he certainly does. With the wherewithal to go up with the left hand. Gets the touch off the backboard. 11:45. Foul goes against Larson. Back-to-back fouls for Noah Larson. and one free throw coming up here as the Gobblers trail by 2. And it will remain at 2.
We've struggled at the line tonight.
11:41 and counting downward left here in the second half. 44-42. Pass to the right side from Isaiah Olson. Inside now. Noah Larson hesitates, fires a shot, and it goes in. 46-42, 11:26 to play. A lot of basketball left. High pass kept alive by Eli Christie as Alex Palm was also going to try and keep it on the front half of the court for the Gobblers. Jalen, left elbow, stops outside the lane. Skip pass back to the right wing for Jansen. Gets it back to Zach McDonald at the top of the circle now. Works it as he'll direct traffic, will Zach, as he's looking to pass. Zach will finally get rid of it to Eli Christie. Back out. Jalen gonna fire a 3. Good. Now down by 1. 46-45. Park Rapids outside the lane to Michelson. Loose ball handle, but back out to Noah Larson, the left corner. Back to Logan Jackson. Get to Michelson. 3 from Isaiah Olson. Off the back of the rim, no good. Palm gets a rebound. They'll give it up to Jalen Williams. 10:30 to play. Gobblers down by 1, 46-45. To the left side, Jalen to Landon. Left corner for Jalen, drives along the baseline. Skip backdoor pass, and it's good. Off the window from
the extra pass. One more pass, and they got it there.
Alex Palm. 2 more points for him as he got that open look on the weak side of the defensive set from Park Rapids. Just outside the paint, tips it up and in. As he was halfway in the air, Michelson just got a fluky pass from Logan Jackson and just tipped it right in. Soft hands on that one. Soft fingertips, if you will, as it was all finger strength, I guess, to get those 2 points, 48-47.
A little floating tip pass.
Left corner for Eli Christie. He'll drive along the baseline. Backdoor pass once again, just outside the perimeter, and unfortunately not enough for Palm to get as Christie steals it away. It's stolen right back the other way from Parker Harmon.
It's 10 turnovers apiece now, both teams.
Little over 9 minutes to play, halfway through the second half. To Michelson, right corner for Harmon, drives along the baseline. Loose ball down on the floor, a couple bodies on the floor as well, but Eli Christie tries to get it. It's stolen away once again. Jump ball on the tie-up with 9:05 to play.
I don't know if Robbie Ott brought his whistle tonight or if it works.
48-47.
He's been under the hoop for 3 or 4. I haven't seen him blow it. Possession to the Gobblers.
Gobblers get the benefit of the possession arrow. Will lose it here as now they bring it across the timeline with Gus Sanford. 9 minutes to go here in the ball game. 48-47, Gus Sanford dribbles his way from the right side to Blaze Sanford. Now to Zach McDonald, left wing, drives, stops, pops his shot once again. Off the back of the rim, no good. Michelson with another rebound for Park Rapids. 8:43 to go. Logan Jackson drives from the left elbow down low, and it's going to get a charge called against him. Logan Jackson takes out Landon Jansen, but both players back up. Charge called against Jackson.
Robbie's got his whistle tonight.
There we go. Ask and you shall receive.
Yeah.
The broadcaster's jinx works well on you. 8:30 to play, 48-47. Gobblers still trail, though, on the Aitkin Health Services and Brandel Motors of Aitkin scoreboards. Zach McDonald looks for a pass now. He'll get it back over to Gus Sanford, well near midcourt to the left side for Landon out on the wing. Looks to get rid of it. He does. The Zach McDonald, almost a travel, but not called nonetheless. Zach McDonald at the top of the circle now. Looks for a pass to get around to Blaze Sanford on the left wing. Back up top now for Gus. Right side, we get a foul called and a timeout taken by the Aitkin Gobblers. Full timeout will be called. We'll take it with them as well. 48-47 Gobblers trail. 8:03 to play here on the Gobbler, as well as yourliveevent.com.
We inspire to provide the best in local sports coverage for our area teams. Listen to our Wake the Lakes morning show for local news, weather, and sports every weekday morning from 6 to 9. If you're enjoying the video coverage of the Aitkin Gobblers, Thank the sponsoring businesses you see advertising. They make it possible. If you're a business owner and want to reach our viewers and listeners, go to yourliveevent.com and click Advertise to get in contact. That's yourliveevent.com.
You and our communities.
48-47 our score here on the Gobbler, KKIN, AM 930, FM 103.1, rjbroadcasting.com, and yourliveevent.com as Gobblers trail by 1. A very tight second half thus far.
Yeah, we've kind of went up and down the court for probably 3 possessions without any scoring here. And so Coach Stan wanted a timeout and draw it up and get them back to the flow of the offense. And so see what happens out of this timeout.
You have to give our recognition. Public address announcer Dave Sedlowski always gives us a shout out for the mentions as well. Of course, You can check Aitkin Gobbler Sports on the Gobbler, as well as for home events right here on yourliveevent.com. Recognition on both sides as the Gobblers with the possession of the basketball and inbounded right to Gus Sanford at the top of the circle now. Looks for a pass right side to Jalen Williams. Around the umbrella, the Gobblers will work. Down low is Alex Palm. 3 fouls on him. Getting aggressive in the paint. Back out now to Jalen Williams. Trying to dribble along that baseline. Might have slipped just a little bit, but it's a squeaky floor. 3 from Zach McDonald. No good. Or rebounded down to Michelson. Nick Michelson for the Park Rapids Panthers. In the left corner now, for Van Batavia as a pass inside will go up and off the glass now and in for Nick Michelson. 25 of the 50 points tonight scored by Michelson. To Palm at the top of the key now, right side for Jalen Williams. He'll drive through a defender as it's taken away. No, just loses the handle as it goes out of bounds from Jalen. And a turnover by the Gobblers. Elanimi will inbound it to Logan Jackson with 7 minutes to go. Gobblers down by 3 at 50-47. Elanimi to Van Batavia. Back to Elanimi, Mason Elanimi that is, to Michelson. Harmon throws it away into the hands of Zach McDonald. Gobblers going to take their time coming across half court. Sanford over the left side for Jalen Williams. Looks for that cut pass. Had Zach streaking, but defender well on him as well to Gus Sanford on the right side again. Dribbling his way back to the top of the key. Left side pass now from Alex Palm. Indoor now to Jalen Williams as it's taken away by Parker Harmon. 6.5 to go. Gobblers trail by 1 possession at 3 to Logan Jackson. Ball loose out on the floor. It's going to be kept right at half court. And a bit of a push there from Jackson. No call. Floater in the lane. And on the other side, shot does not go. Who touches it last? It will go to Aitkin. As Jackson, not only a near push right in front of the scorer's table, it's a charge on the offensive end. 6:15 to go. Gobblers down by 3 at 50-47. Across half court for Gus Sanford to Jalen Williams. Jalen's going to drive to the basket. Up with the left hand. Basket will count. And he is fouled.
Have a game, Jalen Williams. 18 for him tonight.
Jalen with 18 points. Zach McDonald 14 in the ball game and a chance to tie it up. Foul called against Mason Elanimi, his second. Gobblers down by 1 at 50-49, and 1 free throw, no good. Gus Sanford gets a rebound. Back to Zach McDonald. We'll keep things moving for the Gobblers offensively. Under 6 to play. McDonald back out to Jalen Williams, I should say, to Gus Sanford as he gets a pass near the left corner. Backing things out is Gus. Right side for Landon Jansen. Now to Gus Sanford in the right corner. Back out to Zach. Motion 3, not good enough as it hits off the side of the rim. Michelson will get a rebound. 5.5 to go. Gobblers down by 1 at 50-49 across half court. Almost taken away as Logan Jackson gets it to Zach Van Batavia. Back out. Left side. Harmon for 3. Rattles around, no good. Almost stolen away there on the over the back by Michelson, but it's collected by Gus Sanford. Gobblers down by 1 with 5 to play. Right side at the free throw circle, taken away. No, it's kept alive and a foul called on the floor as Michelson even agreed. that the foul was against him. Nick Michelson, that'll be his second, team's 6th of the second half. Next one's going to be a 1-and-1 for Aitkin. Micah Lane checks in for Landon. Landon Jansen, he'll get a spell on the bench as a bit of a reprieve. Inbound from Jalen Williams is Gus Sanford across half court now. 4:55 counting downward left here in the second half. Gobblers down by 1. To Gus Sanford at the top of the circle. Works left side for Alex Palm. Palm to Mcdonald as it is tipped out of the air by Noah Morris, and it will stay with the Gobblers.
I still have equal turnovers here, Paul, 12 apiece, if you can believe that.
As they say, what is it that they say? When you copy somebody, it's the sincerest form of flattery. That's saying.
Right.
That's what I'm trying to get to. 3 right off the inbound is good from Gus Sanford. Gobblers take the advantage.
2 threes on the night for Gus.
52-50 the score now. Gobblers with the advantage with 4.5 to play. To Nick Michelson. Back out, right corner, 3 the other side, off the side of the rim, no good. We got a push called against Parker Harmon of Park Rapids.
Harmon's second foul tonight.
That's going to be a 1-and-1 now for Aitkin. Harmon's second foul. Landon Jansen back into the game for Micah Lane, and that'll be for Alex Palm heading his way to the free throw line. Get at least one guaranteed free throw here in this contest. 52-50. Gobblers in front. Front end of the 2, or the 1 I should say, no good. Harmon gets a rebound. Noah Larson will bring it across half court for the Panthers. To the right side for Noah Morris after a pass from Logan Jackson. Cross-court heave back to Larson once again. As it'll be back to Jackson at the top of the circle. Right side for Noah Morris again. Cross-court pass once again to Noah Larson again. To Morris. Back to Logan Jackson. Turnaround shot. The free throw line is good for Michelson.
He just turned and threw it up there. I don't even think he saw the hoop and rolled
from
off the front
the
end.
right elbow. Just a simple, there's the ball. I'll throw it in the general direction, and it lands in. We're tied at 52. 27 points for Nick Michelson. 3:37 and counting downward left here in this contest. Jalen Williams outside the paint along the right baseline. Back out to Zach McDonald. McDonald pass inside to Alex Palm and gets the shot to go up off the basket.
We like to see that on Alex, attacking the hoop there, knowing where to be on the floor. Got a good basketball IQ.
54-52 is the score as Michelson rejected and gets the putback and the follow through to go. Gets his own rebound after the initial miss with 3:07 to go. 29 points for Michelson as well, as that'll be the 3rd foul as well for Landon Jansen. 3 minutes ago, 54-54, and 1 free throw coming up for Nick Michelson. Michelson first free throw on the end, 1 no good. Logan Jackson gets the rebound after the miss. Back to Noah Morris. At the top of the circle now for Michelson. Might have thrown a pass, might have thrown a shot as well. This one will be a shot high up off the back of the rim and falls in this time.
He's just throwing things up and they're going in.
56-54, 31 points now for Nick Michelson. Zach McDonald now looking for a pass inside to Eli Christie. Double team on him. To the left corner, it's taken away by Michelson, and Harmon comes out with a loose ball. 2.5 to play. Gobblers down by 2. Across half court now for Michelson in the free throw lane. Back out to Jackson. Jackson will throw up a shot. No, this one's Michelson. And again, gets it to go. 58-54, 33 points for Nick Michelson. And a timeout taken by Aitkin. 2:08 to play here in the ball game. Gobblers down by 4 here on the Gobbler, as well as YourLiveEvent.com.
Aitkin Health Services is hiring additional nurses and CNAs. All new hires will receive a $4.75 per hour wage in addition to and above regular pay scale. Contact Aitkin Health Services to inquire on these positions or visit sfhs.hcshiring.com. St. Francis Health Services and Affiliates is an equal opportunity employer.
It's
54-58. Gobblers trail here in the later moments of this contest. A little over 2 minutes to play here on the Gobbler as well as yourliveevent.com. 4 of 13 at the free throw line. Aitkin trails in that department here. And a lot of those free throws in the later moments here of this contest as well.
Right, and Park Rapids 7 of 8 from the free throw line.
Most of that damage, I would imagine, being done by Nick Michelson, 33 points. He's outscoring his whole team in that department as well with 33 points. And, 8 rebounds for him tonight, I think?
8 or 9 rebounds.
Gobblers have been snake-bitten here just a little bit here in the later few minutes of this ball game. Starts with 1 basket. Down by 2 possessions. 2:08 to play. As it'll be Zach Mcdonald across half court to the left side now for Gus Sanford. Right side, McDonald for 3, off the side of the rim, no good. Michelson gets a board, throws it into the hands of Parker Harmon, left all alone, Noah Larson. Larson will throw up a shot, denied, gets the putback, and this one will go for Noah Larson. Second chance opportunities for Park Rapids are working thus far, and just a pass into the legs of Michelson from Sanford goes the other way for Larson once again. Throws up another shot, denied. As Gobblers still down by 6 with 90 seconds to play. Across half court now for Jalen Williams. Williams at the top of the circle, right side for Gus Sanford. In the right corner for Alex Palm. Back to Sanford at the top of the key now for McDonald. McDonald directing traffic through the lane. Trying to get it to Jalen Williams. Turnaround shot. Try to get it out to a pass to Landon. It's taken away by Logan Jackson. Jackson back the other way for Noah Morris as we get the old play keep away here. Now we'll start fouling here in the later moments as a 1-and-1 here it looks like now, as both teams now in the bonus. 60-54.
Gobblers led 52-50. Gone on a 10-2 run here.
Front end of the free throw, no good. Landon gets a rebound. That foul against Gus Sanford. He'll bring it across. As before he brings it across half court, it will be a timeout taken by Coach Stanfield for the Aitkin Gobblers. Riverwood Healthcare Center timeout. A little under 90 seconds to play. 54-60. The Gobblers trail down by 2 possessions. And a Riverwood Healthcare Center timeout on the Brandel Motors and the Aitkin Health Services scoreboards here this evening.
Mickelson's having himself a game. You know, the Gobblers just, again, now too many turnovers. 15 that I've got counted here, and, probably 5 in the last 2.5 minutes.
Just a quick 30-second timeout that was taken by Coach Stanfield. 59.3 seconds left. Michelson with 33 points. Jalen Williams leading the way with 18. He inbounds to Gus Sanford, who has 6. Gus to Jalen down on the right wing, 1-on-1 against Noah Morris. Through the lane, throws up a shot off the side of the rim, no good. Kicks back out and hands to Noah Morris, and a foul against the Gobblers, and we'll go back to the free throw line. Noah Morris will go to the free throw line as it'll be Jalen's first of the night. Team's 8th of this half. 1-and-1 for Noah Morris. Front end of the 1-and-1, good. 61-54. 48.5 seconds to go. Second free throw is good. Noah Morris nets the pair. It's an 8-point lead. 47 seconds to go across half court. Left side, Zach McDonald for a 3 off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound down and collected by Parker Harmon, and a foul called as Michelson had the basketball. He'll go his way to the free throw line. 38.3 seconds to go. Foul against Alex Palm, his fourth. As Michelson back at the free throw line once again here tonight. First of the front end of two. Now it's going to be two. Good. 34 points. 63 to 54. Michelson's second free throw on its way. Good. 10-point advantage, 64 to 54, excuse me. Sanford will take the inbound now, touching it as he nears midcourt across the right side. Down along the baseline, tries to throw a pass back to the middle, and nobody there but Logan Jackson. Stripped away as it's going to be a reach against Landon. And that was his fourth foul, yes. And it'll be now 2 guaranteed free throws. And the double bonus is Park Rapids. 29.5 seconds to go. Of course, we got to announce our big deal player of the game, our Enbridge I Bring the Energy player of the game as well for this contest tonight. First free throw, no good from Logan Jackson. Second free throw on its way and good. 65 to 54. Jalen Williams across half court for the Gobblers. Left elbow and going to be a block against Noah Morris, I believe that will be against number 4. That'll be his second. 1-1 with 25.5 seconds to play. 25 seconds exactly, actually. The final score over on Talk 100 as the front end of 2, now guaranteed 2, is good, 65-55. Pequot Lakes defeats Crosby Ironton at 69-60, the final score. Second free throw coming up from Jalen on the way and good. 65-56. 24 seconds go and another foul. Now go against Zach. His third. Other than Micah Lane and Blaze Sanford, just about every starter tonight for the Gobblers has at least one foul. Gus, the only one that's only got one. First of 2. Good for Park Rapids and Noah Morris. 66-56. Crosby Ironton, believe their first loss of the season.
It is, yep.
There you go. Could have been on Tuesday. Unfortunately, it should have been, but it wasn't. Gus Sanford right through the middle. Ball goes off his hands before going out of bounds. 67-56 with 16.3 seconds to go, as the Gobblers unfortunately will fall in this one to 3-8 on the season as Noah Morris brings it across half court. Coach Meter and the Panthers will escape town with a victory here tonight, heading into the postgame show. Coming up, we'll have our conversation with Coach Scott Stanfield tonight, announce our big deal player of the game, Enbridge Energy player of the game, and much more coming up here on the Gobbler, as well as YourLiveEvent.com postgame show coming up.
Since 1938, purchasing a new Ford or pre-owned vehicle at Aitkin Motors. Another tradition that Aitkin Motors is proud of is supporting extracurricular activities for area students. Need an oil change or vehicle repair? Schedule an appointment with the Aitkin Motors Service Department. Tires? Check out the low price tire guarantee. Aitkin Motors, family owned and operated, serving the area for over 84 years. For hours, appointments, and vehicle inventory, visit AitkinMotorsCO.com.
Welcome to Aitkin Schools. Keep informed with district news and information for parents, families, students, and staff with your visit to the Aitkin School website at home.isd1.org. Our mission at Aitkin Schools is to empower students to be lifelong learners and citizens by maximizing community, parent, and staff involvement while developing high expectations and achievement in a safe learning environment. We are ISD1.
At Brandel Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC, their team works together to provide you with the ultimate Buick, GMC, and Chevrolet shopping experience. Browse the lot at BrandelGM.com. They're there to exceed your expectations, deliver the best service possible, and make car shopping fun again. Browse the lot at BrandlGM.com. When looking for your next new or used vehicle, shop Brandl Chevrolet Buick GMC in Aitkin. Our reputation rides with you. BrandlGM.com.
At R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, we inspire to provide the best in local sports coverage for our area teams. Listen to our Wake the Lakes morning show for local news, weather, and sports every weekday morning from 6 to 9. If you're enjoying the video coverage of the Aitkin Gobblers, thank the sponsoring businesses you see advertising. They make it possible. If you're a business owner and want to reach our viewers and listeners, go to yourliveevent.com and click Advertise to get in contact. That's yourliveevent.com.
Aitkin Health Services is hiring additional nurses and CNAs. All new hires will receive a $4.75 per hour wage in addition to and above regular pay scale. Contact Aitkin Health Services to inquire on these positions or visit sfhs.hcshiring.com. St. Francis Health Services and Affiliates is an equal opportunity employer.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Aitkin High School tonight here on the Gobbler, KKIN, AM 930, FM 103.1, and rjbroadcasting.com. Final score here tonight, 67-56. Aitkin Gobblers fall tonight here against the Park Rapids Panthers this evening. Jumping on into the postgame show, Paul Vold joined alongside Jeremy Jansen here in the postgame show. It was a good start to the first half of the contest. The Gobblers got off to a good start, but then ultimately the way things are shaped up in the end of the first half, very similar to how the game ended as well. Just a couple of turnovers and opportunities on the other end for Park Rapids really gave them the opportunity to sneak away with a win tonight.
Yeah, we did a nice job of getting to the free throw line, just didn't convert there.
Yes.
We finished at the line tonight. We were 6 of 15 from the free throw line. They were 14 of 18. And we got ourselves to the line. We just didn't convert when we got there, and we need to do a better job of that. Turnovers, we turned the ball over late in the first half, and it seems like we did the same thing late in the second half and give them opportunities going the other direction. And we ended up, I have 18 turnovers to 12, and at one time it was 12 to 12.
Yep.
The difference in the game, free throws and turnovers, rebounded the ball pretty well. Both teams pretty equal on that side of things. And upside for the Gobblers, Jalen, 20 points tonight. Had a nice game. And Nick Mickelson, what he ended with, 35? Is that what it was?
I believe it was, 35 points tonight of the 67 scored for him this evening. Of course, we'll talk more about our numbers coming up here with the post-game show. Hopefully catch word from Coach Scott Stanfield here in the post-game show as Aitkin Gobblers fall 67-56. Again, a quick scoreboard update from our out-of-town schedule over on Talk 100 KLKS. Final score with the Crosby Ironton Ranger boys basketball team falling for the first time this season. They fall 69-60 against the likes of the Pequot Lakes Patriots over at the that's over at the Dave Galovich gym tonight, the Galley as well. So that one was a great one over on Talk 100. And a late one as well over on Cash 95. Pillager with a 3-point lead as of about 5 minutes ago against the team that they're playing in Proctor tonight as well. So we'll wait for the final score of that one to come in here, hopefully, with the post-game show still rolling on. Get a look here at much more with the post-game show coming up with final numbers and much more here in the broadcast. Our big deal player of the game, Enbridge Energy player of the game, still coming up, as it is the Park Rapids Panthers defeating Aitkin 67-56 here on the Gobbler, as well as yourliveevent.com.
It's been a family tradition since 1938, purchasing a new Ford or pre-owned vehicle at Aitkin Motors. Another tradition that Aitkin Motors is proud of is supporting extracurricular activities for area students. Need an oil change or vehicle repair? Schedule an appointment with the Aitkin Motors Service Department. Tires? Check out the low price tire guarantee. Aitkin Motors, family owned and operated, serving the area for over 84 years. For hours, appointments, and vehicle inventory, visit AitkinMotorsCO.com.
Welcome to Aitkin Schools. Keep informed with district news and information for parents, families, students, and staff with your visit to the Aitkin School website at home.isd1.org. Our mission at Aitkin Schools is to empower students to be lifelong learners and citizens by maximizing community, parent, and staff involvement while developing high expectations and achievement in a safe learning environment. We are ISD1.
At Brandel Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC, their team works together to provide you with the ultimate Buick, GMC, and Chevrolet shopping experience. Browse the lot at brandelgm.com. They're there to exceed your expectations, deliver the best service possible, and make car shopping fun again. Browse the lot at brandelgm.com. When looking for your next new or used vehicle, shop Brandel Chevrolet, Buick, GMC in Aitkin. Our reputation rides with you. brandelgm.com.
From all of us at Enbridge, thank you.
Thank you. Miigwech, and thank you for working on Line 3 replacement.
Thank you to everyone who supported this project.
Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day. And it's done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. I'm grateful for every single voice of support and every hour of labor put into this project. Thank you.
This is Jim Berkmeyer, owner of R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. Together with Bernie, we're inviting you to join us on a tour of Victoria, Vancouver, and the Canadian Rockies, July 14th through 23rd. On this tour, we'll visit historic Victoria, tour the breathtaking Butchert Gardens, and experience the stunning scenery of the Canadian Rockies via rails train. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ. Learn more about this tour and watch the travel show, or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure. Remember the keyword RJ.
Welcome back here to KKIN FM Aitkin, Real Country. I should say KKIN AM, the Gobbler, AM 930, FM translator 103.1. For those tuning into the video stream as well, yourliveevent.com, or the audio stream at rjbroadcasting.com on the Aitkin Health Services and Brandel Motors of Aitkin scoreboards. Aitkin Gobblers fall tonight 67-56 here on the post-game show. And, of course, we've got a busy weekend in store for us here on Homegrown Local Radio. Coming up tomorrow morning, 10 a.m., Skeeter 101.5 with the Saturday Sports Wrap. We've got Minnesota Golden Gopher men's basketball, a 10:30 pregame start on Cash 95.9. Right here on yourliveevent.com, the Mid-State Conference Dance Meet hosted by the Aitkin Gobblers. It'll be Aitkin, it'll be Detroit Lakes, Pequot Lakes, Pine River Bacchus, and Crosby Ironton all performing the 11:15 start here on the yourliveevent.com. NFL preview with Westwood 1 at 1:30 on 3WI AM 1270 with NFL Insider at 2 o'clock on 3WI AM. Then we'll get started with the first of two games at NFL Divisional Playoff doubleheader, Cincinnati at Tennessee, followed by San Francisco at Green Bay, 3 p.m., followed by 6:45 on 3WI AM 1270 and 96.3 FM. Then we'll wrap up the day, of course, with Hockey Day Minnesota, the Minnesota Wild taking on the Chicago Blackhawks. A late one, 7:45 pregame start, followed by an 8 p.m. puck drop with the Wild taking on the Chicago Blackhawks tonight. Tomorrow, well, they're playing tonight and tomorrow night as well, and we'll get a scoreboard update with that. But as we go into the post-game show, now talking with our Enbridge I Bring the Energy player of the game, Jalen Williams, joining us here on the post-game show here tonight as well. Jalen, talking about this one here, unfortunately a loss for your team, but really want to talk about the start of the game as well for your group as well. Got off to a good start, really working the ball around and trying to find some open looks. Has that been a real point of emphasis for your team here these last few games for you?
Well, yeah, it has. In our at the start of the season, we were starting slow and lethargic every game, and then we almost like transferred the start of the game to halftime, and we were coming out slow, and we came out fired up. We got out to a lead, they cut it back down. We got back up to a lead, they cut it back down, and went ahead going into the half. That kind of killed us.
Yeah, and I know that a lot of those opportunities early on, you were able to, including yourself and a couple of your teammates as well, rebounding was definitely a big part to help out in that first half, but ultimately trying to work up against the size, Nick Michelson and them, presented its own challenges, I bet.
Yeah. Michelson catching and turning to the high post and hitting shots really killed us, because if we were to step up and stop him, we would give up the baseline cutters, which also happened very often.
I know this recent stretch for your team, too, obviously, getting a lot more. I've been able to get out on the road very much and see you guys, but from what Jeremy's been telling me, too, that being able to put 2 whole halves together and really take it all the way down has been something as of late that this Gobbler team has been able to. And I'm sure as well that being this group together, being and playing a lot more together as well, and having the opportunity to stay healthy throughout the year has also been a big help for your team, too, in cohesiveness.
Yeah, it has.
Yeah.
Jay, you've done a really nice job the last couple games getting to the line and driving and going to the hoop. Tonight we saw left hand a couple times, did a really nice job, and it seems like you're comfortable really attacking the hoop. Is that you feel more comfortable there? Driving and either side, left hand, right hand, does it matter?
Yeah. Some of our play sets are set up just to finish at the rim, and it's nice to be able to just make one cut, get the ball, and just focus on the rim and finish.
Yeah, done a nice job the last couple games getting the hoop.
Our Enbridge Energy player of the game here tonight is going to be none other than Jalen Williams. Here's your T-shirt once again. Probably got a nice collection of those from last few years especially. Enbridge Energy player of the game tonight brought to you by Enbridge. Thanks so much, Jalen, for coming on as well. Enbridge thanks you for supporting the Line 3 replacement project. Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all need and rely on every day. And it's done thanks to the work and to the support hard work of thousands of people. Thank you from Enbridge as the Aitkin Gobblers fall 67-56 here tonight. While we're at it as well, of course, handing out awards and T-shirts as well. Big deal player of the game brought to you by Newman Construction of Brainerd. Advantage Seamless Gutters, Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative, Crow Wing Kayaks of Cross Lake, Cuyuna Regional Medical Center, even BigDealAuctions.com. Nick Michelson tonight, our big deal player of the game. It's hard to argue when he outscored his entire team. 35 points, I think we finished the night with
35,
him.
And I had him for 10 rebounds as well, so a double-double for Michelson.
Our big deal player of the game, of course, brought to you by Brandel Motors of Aitkin, Riverwood Healthcare, Williams Marina, McGregor, Pizza Ranch in Baxter, Little Falls, Whipper Precast in Pine River, W.W. Thompson Concrete Products in Brainerd as well. Some of the Aitkin Gobbler players coming out of the locker room as well, finishing off the night as well here for another busy weekend for Aitkin activities. Of course, we do have the Mid-State Conference dance meet tomorrow afternoon right here on the likes of your live event. And well, for the Mid-State Conference Championship high school wrestling, the Aitkin Gobbler wrestling team falls to the road crew tonight, 32-28.
Wow.
And boy, there were a couple OT matches as well. For even the likes at 120, Kyle Hacker fell in OT. Nathan Trotter fell in overtime as well. But the Gobblers finishing strong in the later half as well in that 182. Jack Rell gets a win. Zach Leidinger, Nathan Stifter, and Zach Leidinger unfortunately fall. But Craig Ashton did pick up a win by fall. But seeing Marshall Larson pick up a win 17-15 at 138. Marshall Larson the other night picking up his 150th career victory, 500th takedown as well.
Wow.
While Craig Ashton also picked up his 60th career win as a Gobbler wrestler as well. So the Gobblers fall to the road crew 32-28 after leading all the way up, winning every match up until that point. So the Gobbler wrestling team.
And you think about that, you get one of those overtime matches, you win. That's a 6-point swing. You give up 3, not get them on your side. If you win one of them, it's probably where you come down to, 30. We would have won 31-30. So, and not that there's a lot of things that go on in a match. I'm not picking out the kids that went into overtime, but it's just what's the difference between winning and losing in any sport? Not very much, right?
Not very much at all. Right now, I'll get another scoreboard update as well. Minnesota Wild, 5-0 right now in the second period, with just a few minutes left there.
Would you say they're playing the Bruins tonight?
No, they're not playing the Bruins tonight. We already know how that usually goes, unfortunately for Bruins fans, but including yours truly. But the Wild up 5-0 right now. Ryan Hartman with a couple of goals. Brandon Duhame just scored for the Wild as well, so getting a little bit of production down on the lower lines, and some of the younger kids as the de facto Iowa Wild making an impact for the Wild squad as of late. So
now you get Stahl coming back to get his legs moving for the Olympics, playing for the Iowa.
Yikes! Yeah. I don't think I want to see him in a Wild sweater ever again. I don't know. Just something that didn't look right with Eric Stahl in a Wild uniform. But 67-56 our score here. We'll take another break and start winding things down here at the post-game shows. The Aitkin Gobblers fall tonight 67-56 here on the Gobbler, as well as yourliveevent.com.
Coming June 23rd through the 25th at Brainerd International Raceway, the Midwest Premier Country and Rock Festival. Lakes Jam presented by R&J Broadcasting. On the Bud Light main stage, hear John Party, Tesla, Gabby Barrett, Warrant, Kicks, Mark Wills, and more. It's more than a music festival with watercross, drifting, poker tourneys, lawnmower racing, and more. For tickets and more information, visit lakesjam.com.
Welcome to Aitkin Schools. Keep informed with district news and information for parents, families, students, and staff with your visit to the Aitkin School website at home.isd1.org. Our mission at Aitkin Schools is to empower students to be lifelong learners and citizens by maximizing community, parent, and staff involvement while developing high expectations and achievement in a safe learning environment. We are ISD1.
Riverwood Healthcare Center in Aitkin provides total joint care for shoulders, elbows, hips, knees, hands, and wrists. Our team of highly skilled orthopedic surgeons use innovative procedures to increase mobility and reduce pain. Get back to the activities you enjoy. Learn more at riverwoodhealthcare.org. Riverwood Healthcare, your trusted leader for orthopedics and sports medicine.
Welcome back here to yourliveevent.com, as well as KKIN AM 930 FM 103.1. The Gobbler. Gobblers fall tonight. Boys High School basketball 67-56. Here as we start to wind things down here with the post-game show. Paul Vold joined alongside Jeremy Jansen. And Gobblers again fall to 3-8 on the season. They're back at home here on Tuesday against Esco. We'll have that game for you here on the Gobbler and also yourliveevent.com. Park Rapids now 8-3. They're going to be at home on Monday against Frazee, as both teams will be back home coming up here next week. Talking about, even with our schedule coming up, we kind of talked about it a little bit here as well. But tomorrow we'll be plenty busy on the airwaves. Of course, we'll have the Mid-State Conference meet right here on yourliveevent.com, starting about 11:45 with our pre-meet coverage as the Aitkin Gobblers, Pequot Lakes Pine River Bacchus Revolution, and the Rangerettes of Crosby Ironton and Detroit Lakes Lakers dance teams compete for the Mid-State Conference Championship as well. So we'll look forward to that starting about noon with the first dances taking place, jazz and high kick as well. And we'll have Minnesota Golden Gopher basketball at about 10:30 pregame start. That'll be on Cash 95.9 3WI-FM. Saturday Sports Wrap at 10 o'clock over on Skeeter 101.5 as well. I was hoping to get that final score between Proctor and Pillager here in the last few minutes.
You said Pillager was leading with?
Pillager was up by 3, about 5 minutes left. That was about 20 minutes ago. Okay. So typical basketball. Last 3 minutes take half an hour.
Yeah, right.
You got to love that. But again, more coverage throughout the day on Homegrown Local Radio. Of course, we'll have the NFL divisional doubleheader as Cincinnati at Tennessee fall by San Francisco at Green Bay. 3 o'clock and about 6:45, but we'll roll right into that second game on 3WI AM 1270, 96.3 FM as well. And we'll close out our broadcast schedule on Saturday with the Minnesota Wild playing host to Chicago Blackhawks. Back-to-back nights, a home and home. 7:45 pregame start over on the Gobbler and RJ broadcast, or I should say just right here on the Gobbler. Don't get to the stream, the pro sports. But Sunday we'll have that doubleheader as well of NFL divisional playoff action. The LA Rams at Tampa Bay, followed by Buffalo at Kansas City. 1:30 and about 5:15 on 3WI AM and also 96.3 FM. Then Monday we get right back to our high school schedule. Girls high school basketball, Chisholm will be taking on McGregor on Real Country 94.3. 67-56 our final score here tonight. Gobblers do fall to the likes of the Park Rapids Panthers. But again, at the last handful of games, Jeremy, I know that they've been really competitive and they've just come down the stretch. And you look back, the situation as whole for both teams and especially for the Gobblers too. Turnovers towards the late end of the stretch and just not converting at the free throw line is what did in the Gobblers tonight.
Yeah. Again, we just got out of our of our offense a little bit there, and which created some turnovers going the other direction. If we could have just stayed a little more patient, we pressed a little bit on the offensive side late in the first half, and as we talked about, late in the second half. So I think if we get back to staying simple, it's like we get down 4 and we got to, there's 9 minutes left, and we're thinking that we have to go shoot a 3 to get us right back there, and that's just, we don't need to. Just keep running the offense. Good things will happen.
Final score over on Cache 95, just got it in, 72-67 Pillager over Proctor here this evening as well. We've got to wrap things up, starting wrapping things up and winding things down here on the post-game show, of course, with the busy weekend we've got here on Homegrown Local Radio, and we'll certainly do our best to, of course, maybe get Coach Stanfield to come over, and we'll see here in the later moments of the post-game show. But again, the Gobblers fall 67-56, 3-8 on the season. At home on Tuesday against Esco. I have that game for you right here on the Gobbler, as well as yourliveevent.com. Well, finishing things off here as well, big thank you to all of our sponsors for allowing us to broadcast tonight, whether it be on the likes of our video stream, yourliveevent.com, or on the airways of Homegrown Local Radio, the Gobbler, KKIN, AM 930 and FM 103.1. And for those tuning in, if you hear about some of our businesses that are sponsors, be sure to thank our sponsors with your patronage, and always shop local here even into 2022. Big thank you as well to Activities Director, Aitkin High School, Alex White, for allowing us to get set up as well for Aitkin High School, for Park Rapids as well, both teams and both coaches for allowing the time to speak before and after the games as well. And on behalf of the Section 7 Class 2A Baseball Coach of the Year, is by the Minnesota High School Baseball Coaches Association, Jeremy Jansen. A big thank you again for taking time to join us on the broadcast, and for keeping book as well with us. We're both, getting back into the flow of things. Been a couple of weeks, but I think we did all right for the most part here
Hopefully
tonight.
You could understand my chicken scratch here. and
surprisingly, a lot better than my serial killer handwriting. I always say that. It's like either a 5-year-old or a serial killer wrote this book as well. But again, a big thank you again for taking time to help us out here.
Me.
Absolutely.
See you in Paul's Palace on Tuesday.
On Tuesday as well. We'll have that game right here on the Gobbler. But, of course, for those that are going to be tuning into yourliveevent.com, well, less than 24 hours, a little over 24 hours away with the Mid-State Conference Championships right here for high school dance on yourliveevent.com. We'll start about 11:45. We'll have yours truly, Paul Volt. Cassie Peterson will also be joining us with coverage of the Mid-State Conference Championships here on yourliveevent.com. Aitkin Gobblers fall tonight 67-56. Here, as this is a proud presentation of R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, homegrown local radio. For those tuning in to the radio on KKIN, AM 930, FM Translator 103.1, as well as yourliveevent.com. We thank you so much for tuning in, and we will talk to you next time. You have a wonderful rest of your Friday night. Have a wonderful, warm, and safe weekend here on Homegrown Local Radio. You enjoy the rest of your Friday night, and we'll talk to you again another time. Good night, everybody.